She's got that look. She's got that style. She's got that conversation that makes you want to stay for a while. She's the All-American Woman. Hi, it's your All-American Woman. So we are finally at the end of our series, Women Kids Should Know and Read About. So I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed doing it. I mean, I really did love reading the books, learning about these different women. Some I honestly had never heard about before, and sharing them with you. So I hope you enjoyed it. One of the things I wanted to mention to you about these books, the books that we're getting ready to do now, and the books we did last time, is that in the last 3 segments, all those books, especially the final 2, this one and the previous one that we did, these books are so diverse that it's just great. That was another reason that I chose them, because they have women from all over the world, from different backgrounds, socioeconomic backgrounds mainly, familial backgrounds, different ethnicities, of course nationalities. So I just love that about these books. So that was another reason in particular that I chose the books from with the women in groups from this series and the series that we did before, or rather the segments that we did before. So let's get to it. This is our final series, and the first book that we're going to talk about is Heroism Begins with Her. Isn't that like an excellent title? And these are just a few of the women that are talked about in this book. This is written by Winifred Conkling. Now, this book is definitely for your middle schoolers to high schoolers. I would even go as far as to say maybe 4th and 5th graders would enjoy this book too, because it is such an excellent book with such extraordinary women listed in here. The ones that I wanted to talk about, to feature in this book are Carmen Contreras Bozak. She is the first Hispanic woman to serve in the U.S. Women's Army Corps. The other woman, Susan Ann Cuddy, the first Asian American woman in the Navy. And then Allison M. Henderson, the first female chaplain who happened to be African American. All right, those are just some women, and being in those fields, just being in the military in general, women had to go through such struggles, and then being the first of their gender and their race to step out and do this is not an easy thing. Alright, so then let's go to the next one, Amazing Women by Karen Jenner. And this, as you can see, has a bunch of amazing women just at the front. Now these are just women, again, from different diversities that decided that they wanted to make a change. Now, it wasn't always a conscious decision. Sometimes they were put in positions where they had to say, okay, I'm going to do this, or this is not my fight. But they chose to do it. And that's why they're in this book as amazing women. So some of those women that I wanted to talk about today are was Mother Teresa. She founded the Missionaries of Charity to help needy people all over the world. I remember when I was a kid, always hearing about Mother Teresa, or someone saying, why can't you be like Mother Teresa? She's a perfect example. Aung San Suu Kyi. She campaigns for honest elections and fairer laws in the country of Myanmar in Southeast Asia. So she's still alive doing this work. And then Yoki Matsuoka. Let's try that again. Yoki Matsuoka. She was a robotics expert that developed a robotic arm and use robotics to help people regain movement and disabled limbs. Wonderful thing. Wonderful, wonderful. So, and the last two women that I spoke of are still alive and still doing the work. Okay, and then our third and final book is Fight Like a Girl. Also an excellent, excellent title. 50 Feminists Who Changed the World. And this is written by Laura Barcella. And some of the women that I wanted to talk about that were in this book are Yoko Ono, artist and musician. I love Yoko Ono, and I love the fact that after everything happened and she was blamed for the breakup of the Beatles, which was totally ludicrous, I might add. But the fact that she continued with her musical career and she continued just being a part of rock and roll as a whole shows that she is definitely a rock star in her own right. Another woman, Pam Grier, actress, was one of the very first black women heroes in what they call the black exploitation films. But she was just excellent. I mean, she could kick butt, take names, and then dress nicely on top of it. And then we have Sandra Cisneros, who is an author of Mexican American descent. And these are just some of the women in this book. Excellent women. You should read this one. This is also another book. This is definitely for your middle schoolers to high schoolers. And it not only talks about the women, but it also gives quotes from those women and talks about why they are so important. And, you know, their date of birth, at least the year of their birth, and the year, unfortunately, if that were the case, the year of death. Alright, I love this book. And you know, the whole topic of feminism as a whole. But that'll be a segment for another day. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the series that we did, and I hope you looked at all 10 parts. And please let me know what you thought about it, about the books that I chose. If you would have chose different books, what would they be? Let me know at the bottom, and I will definitely respond. And I hope to see you next time.